ni Cecil A. Anglayahan.
Good afternoon po sa lahat. Ayan, magandang hapon po, especially po to our head teachers, assistant school principals of Visayas and Mindanao. So magandang hapon po. No? So earlier, you witnessed and you were informed about the general feature of the expanded career progression. Nonetheless, through our Undersecretary, Wilfredo Cabral. And at the same time po, no, yung transitory provision in one way or another, that somehow po makaka-relate po tayo, and especially something that we need to prepare, especially the decision points that was presented to you by USEC on that aspect. Now let's move to the frequently asked questions, no, which we received during your registration to this session. So let's start first with reclassification. So medyo marami-rami po yung mga question na na-receive po namin about reclass. So let's start with the first question about, can head teachers be reclassified to higher position without passing the NQuest? Or sabi ng presentation ni Yusek, kung hindi man NQuest ang pangalan na nito, since we are refocusing NQuest, it could be a school head assessment. So the answer po natin dito is that no. So per section 17, item C of the IRR ng EO 174, a DepEd administered school head assessment. Right now, ang tawag natin sa kanya ay NQuest, but we don't know future, baka mag-iba rin po yung pangalan niya, no? Shall be required. So, there is an ongoing effort which is currently being done to, in one way or another, kagaya ng sabi po ni Yuse kanina, is that to make sure that it will not be an eligibility requirement, but rather be a competency assessment, no, of applicants. But right now, yun po, no, right now the answer is no. So you need to pass pa rin po, somehow be eligible for reclassification or be eligible to higher position. You should be eligible for NQuest. Okay, so that is question number 1. Now let's move to question number 2. Ayan, okay. Nag-jump tayo. Will there be a demotion of current positions? Because, you know, you're given an option. No? Under our expanded career progression, there is no demotion of current position. So if you observe po, no, it's only retitling to equivalent position, which was mentioned relative to the head teachers and assistant school principal. So the expanded career progression aims to create more career opportunities and provide you with a clear paths for teachers, and especially rin po sa ating mga school heads, whether ASPs or head teachers occupying a school head position. So clear po yon. So yun po, no, there's no demotion of your current position. It's only retitling. Okay, next question, still under career progression. Ayan. So, when will be the effectivity of retitling of position? So, ito po, no, once the DepEd DBM Joint Memorandum Circular is approved, so kagaya po ng na-mention din po sa presentation, so nasign na yung IRR. So, yung next legal documents or policy instrument that we need to issue is what we call the DepEd DBM JMC or Joint Memorandum Circular, na dapat ma-approve po iyan. And then later po, DepEd shall issue a guidelines on the implementation of the transitory provision, which was discussed to you this afternoon, of the EO 174. So these guidelines shall include the process, the timeline of retitling of position, the target release po ng JMC and atin pong circular is around March to April of this year. So medyo malapit-lapit na po iyan. That's why we're having this conversation, and in a way po, no, session like this to gather also all our head teachers and ESPs. Okay, so that's question number 2. Now, 4. Let's move to the next one. Yan. So, going back again to the class. No? So the question kanina is about pwede ba siyang ma-reclass to a higher position kahit the NQuest? So, the answer is no. But now, what are the qualification standards for the reclassification to Principal 1? Ayan. So, I'm pretty sure din naman po no, na nag-undergo po tayo in one way or another throughout your career. Ayan, so nag-undergo po tayo ng recruitment, selection, and promotion. So meron po tayong 4 na area that we need to meet po, no, in terms of qualification standards. So let's start with education. So ito pong pinipresent po namin is actually the revised, no, the proposed revision of the qualification standards for Principal 1. So ibang-iba na po ito than yung pinagdaanan po ninyo, no. So once this is approved, ito na po yung gagamitin po ninyo for the reclassification to Principal 1. Okay, so the first one, education. The applicant for reclassification to a Principal 1 should possess or should have a master's degree in education or educational management or educational leadership or master's degree in relevant learning area with at least 9 units in management. So medyo generic na po yan. And very explicit na rin po ano-anong relevant, no? Relevant master's degree. The second component is what we call training. Okay, sa training po, ang requirement would be 32 hours of training in any of or cumulative of the following. So, training on curriculum, pedagogy, school management and operation, instructional leadership acquired within the last 5 years. So, 32 hours. So, in one way or another, you have exposed already, no, to the different training. So, we are affirming and we are assuming po that you already possess this qualification. And then the third component is what we call experience, no? So, ang nakalagay po ditong experience niya ay 5 years teaching experience and 1 year relevant experience in any of the following. So, 5 years kang nagtuturo and 1 year relevant experience in any of the following: learning area coordination, subject area supervision, school management and operations. So if you are head teachers handling schools, in a way, no, at least meron ka dapat ng 1 year na relevant experience, and then instructional supervision. So if you're a master teacher or head teacher of the department, then definitely pasokan sa 1 year. So you should be like occupying lang 5 years. So kung mapapansin niyo po dito ngayon sa proposed QS, ano yung nawala na? No? So kitang-kita niyo po 'yan. Kitang-kita niyo po yung nawala na. Okay? So we get away already with position-based QS. Wherein, yan, dapat ilang years kang ganito as MT, ilang years kang ganito as HT. So we'd rather focus po on competency requirements. So medyo generic siya in the sense that we encourage everyone po as long as you possess that minimum QS po, no? So you need to satisfy that. Okay, and then the next area is what we call eligibility. So ang nakalagay po dyan ay RA 1080. So definitely you are eligible as far, but ayan, so meron pa rin po ito, no? So meron pa rin po siya criteria na principal's test or nationally qualifying examination for school heads or whatever school head, DepEd administered school head assessment or its equivalent. So kindly take note that this proposed QS is still on the process of the approval pa rin po ng CSE. But we are envisioning that if all of the policies are in place, so dapat bago na rin po yung ating qualification standards. Okay? Next po. Ayan. So let's go to conversions of vacant positions. So yung tinatawag na scrap and build, which was discussed in the slide po ni Yusek kanina. So the question is, how will the conversion of vacant positions be implemented? So the process of conversion shall be done at the STO and the specific RO level. So yun po yung process of conversion. And at the same time, specific guidelines and process flow on the conversion of vacant position shall be included in the DepEd order or the implementation of the transitory provision of EO 174 and its IRR. So kindly take note that conversion of vacant
Ganun na lang
position
yung ginawa natin.
shall also apply to
Puntahan
vacated
ko na.
position due to retirement, resignation, or in any form or separation from the service. So, yun po yung answer as to yung proseso po nung ating conversion of the vacant positions. Specifically, yung part wherein vacated yung positions due to retirement, resignation, or any form of separation from the service. Okay, the next one. Ayan, so let's go naman to yung certain decision points, yung question about decision points, yung switching of career lines, no? So there's a question of what is the process for switching from classroom teaching to school administration career line? So the answer is that the first process is that incumbent shall apply through the usual reclassification process. But again, subject to the CSC approved QS, school heads assessment, ito yung mga process and criteria, including qualifications. So they should apply for usual class. They should have met they met the CSC approved QS, and then there's a school heads assessment and comparative assessment to be conducted by the HR and PSB or subcommittee. As well as, ito yung pinaka-importante, no? Yung applicable staffing standards, including deployment parameters for school principal. Kindly take note that yung switching of career line shall be allowed only once. So, that's why po doon sa presentation po ninyo if you recall, sa presentation po ni Yusek, diba? Master Teacher 1 would be the base, and then yung start po ng switching of career lines will happen at the level of MT2 to MT5 and Principal 1 to Principal 4. But at the same time, yung switching of career lines shall be allowed only once. Okay. Next naman po, ayan. So what is the process for switching from one school administration to classroom teaching career line? So kanina yung tanong naman ay about yung process of switching, and then the other one is for the, sorry, hindi ko makita mo. Ayan, so yung process. At the same time, this is what I've discussed. So let's move to the next question. Okay, so what is the career progression option for head teachers who choose the classroom teaching career line? Okay, so kanina po, di ba, may pinresent po si Yusek na decision points, whether you want to retain or retitle. And then may mga specific career opportunities po siya, and then specific requirements. So ang pinaka-question po na natanggap namin is that, what if po right now I'm a head teacher and I'm inclined to switch track during this transition, if ever, just to classroom teaching. So head teachers who opted to be retitled to equivalent teaching position may progress along the expanded career progression system up to Master Teacher 5. So pwede po yan. Or you may opt to switch to school principal subject to staffing standards and deployment parameters. So pwede pa rin naman po, like during your decision, nag-decide po kayo na mag-switch to classroom classroom teaching, and then in one way or another throughout, for example, after 2 years, you realize that I'd rather go the school admin no, track, then you are allowed naman po to switch track provided na one time lang siya. But at the same time, you need to, no, you are allowed provided nagko-conform pa rin po tayo sa existing staffing standards and deployment parameters. Okay, next question. So, let's go back to, yan. So, napansin po namin, no, medyo maraming tanong about NQuest, but in one way or another, papasadahan po natin yung mga NQuest question related to the transitory provision or expanded career progression. So, number one, can an NQuest qualifier be reclassified to Principal 1 position even without a master's degree? So, our answer is no. Okay? So, kung ma-recall nyo po yung qualification requirement, ano po yung qualification requirement sa education? Okay, so I'm assuming you recall na dapat master's degree po tayo. So we are not exempted, even in transition period, we are not exempted to meet the qualification standards of the Civil Service Commission. And that is, dapat an NQuest qualifier must be a master's degree holder. So the answer is no. You cannot be reclassified to P1 kung wala po tayong master's degree. Okay, next. Again, will NQuest passers be prioritized for principal positions? Okay, sige, tingnan natin ang sagot. Ayan. Okay, NQuest passers will be prioritized for principal position, and the answer is yes. Okay, so, but meron lang po tayong 3-year transition period, and this is what we call the 3-year transition period. NQuest passers holding HTs and ASP position, the very reason why you are here, shall be considered an on-stream candidate. So, anong ibig sabihin po nung on-stream candidates? Meaning, you'll be prioritized on certain interventions to make sure na kayo po ay magko-qualify to a school principal 1 position or higher position, whichever may be, or whichever you may choose, based on some certain decision points. So, ang entitled po ninyo, being an on-stream candidates, ay you will be provided and prioritized to be provided with professional development intervention to equip you to become full-fledged principal and priority for promotion or reclass to appropriate school principal 1 position without really passing through the MT1. So meaning, kung HT po kayo ngayon, namimit nyo po yung CSC qualification standards, tapos NQuest passers din po kayo. Kahit po kayo ay Teacher 3 or HT1, provided kayo po ay qualified and at the same time, namimit nyo po yung sinabi po namin criteria, then you are prioritized to be reclassified. We'd like to flag lang some notion po, na ito po ay hindi automatic ibibigay po sa inyo yung position. Kasi hindi po ganon, ha? Prioritize po kayo to principal position subject to meeting qualification standards, school heads assessment, passing the school head assessment, and certain conditions po. So, hindi po ito parang diploma mill na ibibigay po yung position po sa atin. Okay? So, i-clarify lang po namin yun. But, definitely, you are a priority as far as reclassification without passing through an MT1 position. Okay? During the 3-year transition. So, that's for the question. Okay, next. Ayan. O yun, so halos pare-pareho po yung thematic questions, no? Yung is passing the NQuest still a requirement for becoming a principal? And the answer is still yes. The NQuest is still one of the requirements pa rin po for appointment to principal 1 position. So, kagaya po na sabi ni Yusek, hindi siya eligibility requirement. So, under DO 7 and 21, pwede na rin po mag-apply kahit hindi po NQuest passers, pero pagdating po sa appointment, meaning after nag-undergo po ng evaluation, ganyan, requirement po pa din yung appointment to school principal. One position, you being eligible for appointment under the assessment of EdQuest. But under the ECP program, so ang nakalagay po dun sa provision is a DepEd administered school head assessment shall likewise be required. So meaning, it may not be called EdQuest as I keep mentioning po, no? But as there will be a assessment pa rin po for school head. Okay? Sige. Next. And that's the last question. Pala po. So, yun po, no? So, having said that, hopefully, we will be able to, we are able to respond to initial questions that we've got prior this session. And rest assured po that the questions here will be responded accordingly po, no? So just keep your questions coming and our team po will be responding to the question, except for yun nga, some questions about EdQuest, what that is related as to eligible. So but definitely po, no, as mentioned po, yung category B, C, yan po, you will now be allowed to take the next assessment, whatever form of assessment it is. So, yun po siguro yung generic kasi yun po yung majority nakikita po natin ngayon. But other question, I think nasagot po natin sa FAQs, but there are some here that yun po, sasagutin po ng team namin. So with that, back to you, Marek, and magandang hapon po sa lahat.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Cecil, for presenting the frequently asked questions. So we hope that you were provided clarity through the previous session. So on top of the questions that were presented by Ma'am Cecil, I'll also be browsing through the questions that we have responded to by our moderators privately. So ito po yung mga tanong na na-send at nakuha namin sa aming Q&A section. So, isa pong tanong galing sa isang head teacher. If a head teacher at the HT3 level chooses to remain in their current position, will they still be eligible for advancement or reclassification to HT4 and continue progressing up to HT6? Or will they remain at the HT3 level for the duration of their tenure, including retirement, if they decide to stay in the same position? So, ang sagot po doon ay if after the 3-year transition period, on-stream candidates who opted to retain their current position fail to advance in their career or request the retitling of their current position to the equivalent position in the ECP system, the position they are holding shall be tagged as coterminous to the incumbent or the CTI. So, isa pa pong tanong. So, good day po. If ang head teacher po na may hawak na school at EdQuest passer din po, ma-appoint na po ba? Thank you. So, as mentioned po earlier, so during the 3-year transition period, EdQuest passers holding head teacher and assistant school principal positions shall be considered as on-stream candidates and will be treated with priority. Both po yun sa promotion or reclass to appropriate school principal position but also subjected to CSC-approved qualification standards and comparative assessment conducted by the HRMPSB or subcommittees in the schools division offices. Isa pong tanong na nakuha din natin, what will happen to the Master Teacher 2 who also wishes to take the school administration career line and EdQuest passer? So they may apply for switching of career line through reclass or natural vacancy. So it is provided for sa ating IRR ng EO 174, specifically Section 12, which is switching career lines between CT or classroom teaching and school administration career lines shall be allowed, provided that the individual possesses all the required qualifications and expected competencies of the position being applied for in the career line. Sa pa pong tanong, so sabi po ng ating inquirer, I'm planning to be retitled and assume the duties of a classroom teacher. Will I still receive all the benefits of a head teacher position, including leave benefits? If I assume the duties of a classroom teacher, does that mean all guidelines for a teaching position will apply to me? So the answer is yes. And details of the adjustments on the leave credits shall be stipulated on the DepEd order on the implementation of the transitory provisions of EO 174 IRR that is soon to be issued by the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development. Isa pa pong tanong, sabi ng ating inquirer, I am currently an assistant school principal too and an NQuest passer. However, I have not finished my master's yet. Upon the retitling of my position, can I be retitled to Principal 1? So all incumbents who wish to be reclassified to Principal 1 position shall be required to meet the CSC-approved qualification standards, and that includes yung pagkakaroon po ng master's degree. So yung lang po ang nakalap ng mga katanungan sa ating Q&A section. So we hope that you feel more prepared for what lies ahead of your career as prospective school heads. Now we're moving to the closing part of our orientation, and to give us the closing remarks, may I call on Mr. Dexter Pante, Project Development Officer 5 and Concurrent Officer in Charge of the Office of the Director 3 of the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development.
Hello? Hello, Marek. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. You're heard po.
Okay. A pleasant good afternoon to everyone. As we conclude today's orientation on the expanded career progression system for teachers, would like to express our utmost gratitude to our main resource person, our Undersecretary Willie Cabral, and Cecil Anyayahan, the Chief of the HRDD, and of course her team. Also, we'd like to thank our attendees for this afternoon's virtual orientation, especially our head teachers and assistant principals, because your active participation and commitment to continuous professional development gives us hope that we can improve the quality of our basic education in our country. And it's also a testament to your dedication to leadership excellence and quality education. The discussion this afternoon has provided valuable insight concerning the career pathways available for you, and as well as the different transition mechanisms under EO 174 and the opportunities that awaits you as school leaders. As we navigate these changes, let us give this system an opportunity to enhance not just our own professional development, but also the overall effectiveness of school leadership in shaping the future of our learners. Let us move forward with confidence, knowing that the path ahead is filled with opportunities for growth, leadership, and excellence in service. Thank you, and we wish you success in your career progression journey. Magandang hapon, and God bless to everyone.
Thank you, Sir Dexter, for the reaffirmation of our endeavors. And I also want to thank each one of you for your active participation for this orientation and consultation. So before we wrap this up, I'd like to share some important announcements. So number one, to help us improve the conduct of our future activities, as well as for us to gather additional questions that you may still have in mind, kindly accomplish the form flashed on the screen. Additionally, relevant resources used during this orientation, including the slide presentation and recording of this activity, will be provided to you right after the orientation. So kindly expect it to be posted on the DepEd BHROD Facebook page in the coming days. So with that, we conclude our online orientation on the Executive Order 174 Expanded Career Progression System. We thank you for participating and for spending your time with us. Have a great day ahead, everyone. We'll see you at our future activities. Thank you.